Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Amanda, your friendly Northern Virginia real estate broker, and this channel is all about living in Northern Virginia. We have a fun topic today, at least I think it's a fun topic, and that is discussing why is Arlington, Virginia ranked as one of the best cities to live in all of America. And this ranking comes from niche.com, so we're not just grasping things out of thin air. And Arlington has ranked consistently on their list in the top 1 or 2 position for the last few years. Most recently, in 2023, Arlington ranked the number 2 best city to live in all of America. So, what is all the hype about? I'm going to be sharing that, but first I'm going to talk about the ranking system that niche.com uses, and then we'll get into why Arlington beats out so many other cities in all of America. So Arlington is technically a county, but it also holds the title for second largest principal city here in all of the DMV. So we're talking about a pretty large area. And when niche.com is putting together their best city list, what they are doing is looking at a variety of factors and taking data from a variety of sources. Some of those sources include the FBI, the US Census Bureau, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the CDC. And some of the factors that they are looking at are affordability. They also look into the state of the local housing market, area public schools, walkability, and neighborhood diversity. Niche gave Arlington an A+ in the schools category. And there are some high schools that really stand out in Arlington. They ranked Yorktown the 13th best high school in all of the state of Virginia. And not too far behind, coming in at 16th place, is Washington Liberty High School. And then Arlington even has a third high school that's considered one of the best in all of the state of Virginia. Wakefield High coming in at 54th best high schools in the state. And it doesn't stop there. Arlington is also an extremely educated city. It's actually one of the most educated cities in all of the country, with 76% of residents having a bachelor's degree or higher. And that's more than twice the national average. It's very impressive for the city and definitely plays into the rankings that Niche is looking at. Arlington is a great place if you are going to be attending either Marymount University or heading right over the bridge into DC to attend Georgetown University. You couldn't ask for an easier commute if you're going to be residing in Arlington. Now let's talk about cost of living, and Arlington did not fare quite as well in the cost of living category, receiving a grade of a C from Niche. And keep in mind that niche.com's cost of living accounts for 12.5%. So it's a pretty big chunk of their rating, and I can't say it's surprising. It's Northern Virginia. We have a high cost of living. If you are considering making a move to Arlington, it's important to know that right now it's going to run you about 64.3% higher than the national average. But keep in mind that with that typically comes higher paying jobs here in the area. So it can offset it a little bit, but no two ways about it. Cost of living in Arlington and Northern Virginia in general is on the high side. That leads us right into housing, and Arlington didn't fare as well on housing either because they do have an affordable housing crisis and high property taxes. So niche.com gave them a grade of a C+. Now, you will find a lot of variety as far as housing options go in Arlington. In the Ballston, Clarendon, Roslyn corridor, you will find a lot of condos and high-rises, which really gives it that big city feel. But you will also find townhome communities and beautiful single-family home neighborhoods. It is a very healthy real estate market. Compared to prices in 2022, housing costs were up 8.5% in 2023, so that's a lot of appreciation. And in 2023, the average sale price in all of Arlington, so including all types of properties, was $750,000. That goes up substantially if you are interested in a single family home, where last year the average sale price was $1,345,000. If you're finding this video informative or if you're enjoying it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe and turn on those notifications. Don't be shy, all of my contact info is in the description below. And whether you're making a move within town here in Northern Virginia or relocating from another area, I welcome your questions and love hearing from you. Arlington might have found themselves in the C and C+ range for cost of living and housing, but they fared much higher in other categories, receiving an A+ for good for families, great for nightlife, and also for fitness and outdoor activities. Arlington also received an A for walkability, diversity, and commutes. Speaking of commutes, let's talk about public transportation. This is another criteria, and Arlington really excels here, both with availability and ease of use. Arlington is home to 11 of Metro's 86 stations, so it is very easy to navigate in and out of Arlington using public transportation. VRE also runs through Arlington, and the Department of Defense runs shuttle buses for Pentagon employees. Arlington is a fantastic location in Northern Virginia if you are looking to keep your commute simple. And for a lot of people who are relocating here, that becomes high on their list because once you arrive, you see our traffic and think, I don't want to spend my life sitting in traffic. Arlington really stands out in the public transportation category. Since we're talking about commutes, let's also talk about employment opportunities, which is another factor that Niche uses in their rankings, and Arlington checks the box here as well. They hit really big because it's no secret, Amazon HQ2 is in Arlington, Virginia. It made such an impact on the local real estate market here, and it really is a high ranking factor on why Arlington is such a sought after place to live. In addition to that, Arlington is home to over 20 Fortune 500 companies, so it is a big employment hub in our area. So now let's talk about the fun stuff and things to do in Arlington. As I mentioned earlier, Niche gave Arlington an A+, being good for families and in the health and fitness category, also in nightlife, and it gave them an A in the outdoor activities category. So what is there to do in Arlington? Anything and everything you could possibly want. From beautiful parks and trails like the Mount Vernon Trail and the W&OD to famous landmarks like Arlington Cemetery, there is no shortage of outdoor activities. If nightlife, bars, happy hour, and dining is more your scene, they check all the boxes there. And you can also catch a show at Cinetic or Signature Theater if that's more your speed. So there you have it, the reasons why Arlington was rated Niche.com's #2 best city to live in America. Do you agree with their assessment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until I see you on the next one, take care.